Yo, Top Billin, you could knock me over with a feather if you told me one of the best wide receivers of the past handful of years in the SEC who used to do this. Uh. Now check this out. Tell me you guys don't remember this. It seemed like it was just yesterday, man. This guy was in the SEC terrorizing people and doing stuff like this. Come on, man. This is one of the best dudes we've seen at the receiver position, and I thought for sure he was going to be an absolute lights-out monster in the NFL. I mean, y'all remember when he was terrorizing Alabama? I mean, every single cornerback on Alabama had nothing to offer this kid, and he would absolutely destroy him. Look at him come to balance here. Fight the hand, the chicken fighting stage. Just too strong for that. Look at him, right? Not known as a burner or anything, but he's able to get good separation, right? A well-thrown pass right here to the outside shoulder, and Cyrus Jones was toast, right? But nope. Underthrown pass. Look at him adjust to it. Go up over Cyrus Jones. Turn and contort his body. Made it look easy. He did this week after week after week. Man. And the thing about this is, with the Falcons, they're like, man, Murph, suppose the Falcons get CeeDee Lamb. I'm thinking to myself, man, this completely flew under the radar, and I understand that this guy's a complete draft bust. But, man, it's hard for me to look at this man and not remember the times that he was doing the same exact shit that he was the original CeeDee Lamb. So imagine that. All right, so I want you to look at this, right? 6'2", 215 pounds. He's just 24 years old. He'll be 25 in June, right? He is only 24 years old currently. I feel like he's been in the league at least 10 years or something like that, but he's only 24 years old, right? So does he get ran through the car wash of the Atlanta Falcons similar to one Mohamed Sanu, whom his game resembles? But check this out right here. His new teammate, Calvin Ridley, we know him, very good player. He's 25 years old. 25 years old. This dude is older than Laquon Treadwell, and he's just entering his third season in the NFL. What? How the hell old is Calvin Ridley back in like middle school? He was like 17 in the 7th grade or something like that. Come on, man. Laquon Treadwell still has a chance to get a fresh coat of paint working with Matt Ryan, learning with Calvin Ridley, and learning from Julio Jones. So another reclamation project of a guy who was a superstar in what people consider the best conference in all of college football, and we'll see how it happens. But let's just see some of the stuff that he was doing in the NFL, all right? All right, y'all, real quick film session here, just for those who may not be familiar with Laquon Treadwell, right, in the NFL. But, all right, so simple concept here. You're just going to have a drag over, right, and you're going to have Stephon Diggs, backside ISO here, just running a streak. But Laquon Treadwell's ability to both not be scared in traffic and to create after the catch, right, yards after the catch, I think that'll make him kind of invaluable here if we're talking about his dealings with the Falcons, right? Just be physical and fearless. It's exactly what you need. That's what you actually would see from like a Mohamed Sanu, right? Physical and fearless, be able to move the chains. Don't need really much stuff explosive downfield from him. Maybe occasionally, but he needs to be able to just simply move the chains. That's what you got Ridley for, and of course the great Julio Jones. All right, so this is going to be even more illustrative here. Got a couple of outside curls. So you're going to have a dig from the right inside receiver, and Laquon Treadwell here running a corner route. Got a flat route by the tight end, Kyle Rudolph, as well. But just being physical and fearless, right? After the catch, hit the corner route, go get it, boom. Show him why you were Laquon Treadwell coming up out of college, right? He used to do this in college all the time. He was just a nightmare after he caught the ball. It's just too big, man. 6'2", 215. Really used to remind me of Dez Bryant when he was in college, but I think the more apt comparison was one that really came when he was coming up out in the draft process when we got to see how fast he was. It's more like an Alshon Jeffrey, right? If he could be something like, maybe you just never know, right? He's 24 years old. You just never know when you get with a franchise and that has played some really good offensive football over the last handful of years, if he can go back and recreate that. But the tools should still be there. Tools should still be there. The confidence may not be there, but that's why you have who you have. But look at that. That's just physical football, man. All right, so if you notice with Laquon Treadwell, he's working predominantly out of the slot. So that's probably something that we'll see in Atlanta as well. They move him all around Atlanta. They did a little bit of that in Minnesota as well, so he should be pretty much versed no matter where they put him at, whether it be the X or the Z or even the S receiver. So, all right, we see the ability to read leverage on some of these option routes. It's definitely something we'll see in Dirk Cutter's offense. Obviously, if you see him shading to the inside with inside leverage, you will bang it to the outside, and then vice versa, depending on the coverage. He reads the inside, flattens it out, move the chain. Really like this, and that's definitely something you see in Dirk Cutter's offense. Now, Treadwell, as far as his route running goes, wasn't never the best of route runners at all because he didn't need to be. He used to make contested catches like you wouldn't believe. So that's definitely something if you see that in the NFL and see how it translates from college. Usually the route running translates no matter what. So sometimes you're not going to just be bigger than everybody in the NFL. It's professional football. It's the best of the best. So hopefully he's got the route running down a little bit better, which I can kind of see. And looking at some of the film, I think he did improve in that manner. But what he's going to do is he's going to make contested catches, and he's going to make you pay after the catch. That's his name of his game. All right, back working in the slot to the field side here. Now, you'll see the route running a little bit better right in the transition. Oh, definitely a lot better than it was in Ole Miss, learning how to really get in transition by sticking that foot in the ground, creating a space. See him stick the left foot in the ground right here, flatten it out, whip that head around. I like how he's running flat parallel to the sticks there. Really create that separation. Some guys will drift upfield a little bit, but does a good job of that. So, all right. So I'm not going to sit around here and kid around or anything like that. He's been a complete bust. I had high hope for this guy coming out, man. I did a ton of film studies on him when I covered the entire SEC at Saturday Down South, and I swear I thought he was going to be the next Dez Bryant. Maybe he could be that. Chances are he won't be that, but he does not need to be that in Atlanta. Atlanta already has a franchise wide receiver and a really good up-and-coming older young wide receiver in Calvin Ridley. Laquon just needs to be able to play his part, and hopefully he can be as good as a Mohamed Sanu. So I don't think that's too much to ask for a guy of his talent level. Asking for anything beyond that, I'm not sure if he does give it to you in that manner. That'll be cool, right? A guy reach back into his bag, maybe gain some confidence being around some really good personnel or a change of scenery, and that does it for him. I'm not by any stretch of your imagination saying that that's going to happen. So don't go quote me on that and say that I said Laquon Treadwell is going to be the truth like he was at Ole Miss. I just wonder about some of these guys and being a reclamation project and then going through what can be considered the fountain of youth, in my opinion, is the Falcons offense. With Matt Ryan damn near giving you definitely over 4,500 yards per season. So he's going to get a chance to really get the rock and show what he can do. And he'll have a fresh, clean start because I think the coaching staff really soured on him in Minnesota. And so, like I said before, new, fresh coat of paint, all right? But let me know what you think about the Laquon Treadwell pickup. Let me know if you remember him from his time at Ole Miss and what you thought about him as a prospect coming out and what you think he'll do with the Falcons, all right? But it's your boy Murph Baldwin, the Underground King. Keep watching. Make sure you like. Tell a friend that this is where it's at, man. Gonna have the best Falcons coverage. I'm coming back to reclaim the throne, baby. This was my market. I created this film study stuff for the Falcons way back in like 2013, baby. And all you dudes was shitting in Pampers. With that being said, I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.